You've heard that you become most like the people you surround yourself with and the people you're most with, right? It's true. And we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. We've been talking about that. Lenny Wennerstrom, and I am here with you to celebrate another passage on January 6th of positive self-talk. I'm here to help you to change your negative self-talk, that negative chatter in your brain, to positive. And one of the tools I use is Dr. Shad Helmstetter's book, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk. And it's been such a lovely journey so far. Yes, we had 14 months together, just about, if you have been following me since the beginning, or if you've been following along with me since the beginning. And now we just started the new year together, and instead of positive self-talk for finding 365 days of positive self-talk for finding your purpose, which is really importante. I still really want you to focus. If you haven't found your purpose this year or last year, or you still don't know where you're at, I would really ask you to focus on that, because when you know what your purpose is, you have direction, and you know you have you feel aligned, it feels good. That purpose gives you meaning in your life. So please do that for yourself. So now we are going to, we have, not only do we have the passage, but we are still on the 3 secrets of the positive self-talk that science has shown us that changes our brain. When we use self-talk, the way that I am sharing with you how to do this, this is, your brain continues to change. It's neuroplasticity. That's what we're talking about. And it's based on the scientific discovery that your brain rewires itself until the last day you take your last breath. The last day on planet Earth and your last breath, your brain is rewiring itself. So that means rewiring itself with programs, creating new neural pathways, creating programs. You are creating the programs in your brain for how you want to move yourself forward or not. It's really up to you. But when you understand neuroplasticity and the power of neuroplasticity, that you can rewire your brain with the programs you want. And when I talk about programs, I mean, you were born with unlimited promise and potential. You came into this world just perfect. You could do absolutely anything. And then you got programmed with limited programs, things that you could not do or what couldn't be done. And here I'm telling you, you can do absolutely anything. And I really want for you to have your brain be wired with the programs of a very healthy self-esteem, and the ability to make the financial resources that you want, to have the life you want, and to have the relationships that are quality, and you are flowing through them, and there's not a lot of low frequency emotions of anger and jealousy and resentment and hatred and division and those kinds of things, or any of that in a relationship, in any relationship, whether it be a romantic relationship, or with a coworker, with a child, with a parent, any relationship, a sibling. And through your self-talk and rewiring your brain, you can have that. You can create that. And you can even move to where a place where, if there's stress and you feel your chest feels tight and all of that, when you think of someone that you love, and things are not resolved, you can resolve them for you. And then everything starts to flow. You can find peace in your life. And your health and your fitness is another program that you can change to where you want to take care of yourself. You take the action because you want to have that self-care of your health. And so your health, your wealth, your relationships, and absolutely every part, your career, your personal development, everything. So you can rewire your brain for all of that. So we had 3 secrets, and we'll get to the passage. Let me go ahead and read the passage, and then we'll get to that. So January 6th, this is day 6 of 2024, and we are over 1.37%. Yesterday we were 1.37%, so we're more than that today. Complete. We're not even 2% complete with 2024. So here's your passage for today. I choose to surround myself with greatness, great goals, great supporters, great ideas, great mentors, great self-talk, great vision, great faith, and great belief in myself. Now, I said at the very beginning that the people you surround yourself with, they can make a very big difference in your ability to find success or find failure. You'll be most like those. So choose people who are successful. You see them as successful. They have self-esteem. They have determination. They keep moving forward, even in times of challenges and difficulties in their lives. They move forward. Hang your hat with those peeparoos. Hang out with them, because they're going to uplift you. They're going to show you nuggets of wisdom, and you'll become more like them, because we're constantly rewiring our brain, and our mirror neurons. We are constantly programming one another. So choose very, very carefully who you hang around with. And you choose to surround yourself with great supporters and also great mentors. So there are two, like who you're going to surround yourself with. So let's spin this around for today's passage. And with you in the second person, your higher self speaking to you, you choose to surround yourself with greatness, great goals, great supporters, great ideas, great mentors, great self-talk. Oh yes, great self-talk, great vision, great faith, and great belief in yourself. That is a healthy self-esteem, to believe. And we talked about that, believe in yourself. We talked about that yesterday. So this is the three secrets that you need to know. And so that will change your life for the better with your self-talk. So secret number 1, and we are on secret number 3. It's taking a little bit as we go through here. So the secret number 1 is the thoughts you think and the words you say physically and chemically change your brain. Physically and chemically change your brain. Your self-talk literally wires your brain for success or for failure. And I ask you, where are you at on that spectrum? So secret number 2, it's been estimated that as much as 77% or more of all the programs each of us has right now are negative. They're false, counterproductive, or working against us. So that was the secret number 2. And the self-talk is definitely the solution. The self-talk language that I always have in the description, 30 days free. And secret number 3 is when you repeat frequently, it's repetition. That is secret number 3. When you repeat, what you repeat frequently wires the brain. That's so important. It bears repeating. Repetition wires the brain, because what you experience most, you wire in with the most important key to success is repetition. So the most important key to success is repetition. You repeat the programs that you want. You repeat the relationships that you have that uplift you, support you, and encourage you, and things that you want to learn about. You repeat reading books that help you. You repeat the programs that will lift you and guide you. So let's have the last part. We did repetition. That was what we read as secret number 3. And let's continue with secret number 3. That talks about now that we know that it's the self-talk. When you find a daily self-talk message that you especially like, or one that speaks to you with special meaning, be sure to mark it so you can easily find it and come back to it. He's talking about in this book. So any of his books, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk, that's what we're doing this year. We did last year and a few months prior to that, 365 Days of Positive Self-Talk for finding your purpose. So any of them, there's 365 days of positive self-talk for losing weight. So he has a series of this. So any of these books that you get, basically, the phrases are very precise. They are the language of the brain, just like English, Spanish, whatever language that a language that we can learn and speak in our brains. This is a language that positive self-talk is the language of the brain. It's very clear, very concise, very specific as to what's to happen. And you can hear it when I read this, saying, I choose, you choose to surround myself with greatness, great goals, great supporters, great ideas, great mentors, great self-talk, great vision, great faith, and great belief in myself. Very specific. I choose. This is what I choose, brain. this is where we're going. This is what I choose. These are the programs I'm putting into you. So input, input, input equals output, output, output. So it's very, very easy to do, very passive, the way when with this language, Dr. Shad Helmstetter. And it's always in the description, 30 days free. Okay, and after that, it's $19.99, and you can have 6 people on that account with you. It's a full brainer, not a no-brainer. It's a full brainer. It's like, yes, I want that. I want that for myself. I want that for my family. I want that for my loved ones. I want that for my infant, and I want that for my grandchild that just is born. I want those self-talk programs. I want that brain wiring in these programs that are healthy and uplifting and encouraging and tell me or tell them what they can do and what can be done, not the other way around, because you are unlimited. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. A new infant, not programmed. So program them from the very beginning, program them with the right self-talk, with Shadster the Bear. in the self-talk app, you'll find from 0 to 7 to start playing for your young child and wire their brain or rewire the brain when they're young and they're getting programmed. You can rewire that brain. So, okay, so we were talking about highlighting and rereading your favorite self-talk in the book. So since the more often you repeat any self-talk message, the more you'll begin to wire it into your brain. It's a good idea to go back to those messages that you would like to make a permanent part of your positive programs, and read and reread them again. People often learn to recite lines of their favorite poetry by reading them often. Some of the self-talk you'll find here is poetry for a positive mind, and you can learn and remember it by rereading it frequently. Wow. I'm just speaking today. I'm so excited that I'm like tripping over my words. Also, mark any messages you feel could help you at a later time, should you ever need them. Self-talk messages can offer encouragement, a helping hand, and can uplift your spirit when you need it most. Remember, if you were with me when I was in Amarillo with Steve and him in the hospital and everything he was going through, if you recall that I was listening to the program Stress, Worry, and Depression, and quite often, and the other that I was listening to was the Defeating Problems, because there was so much going on with our business. There was so much, more than anything, a lot of concern for where he was and keeping him healthy, dealing with all the nurses, the doctors, and all the testing and absolutely everything that was going on with him in the hospital and rehab and then back and forth. And so there was a lot going on, and it was overwhelming. Like, it was everything, it felt very overwhelming and a lot going on at once. And so when this says a helping hand, when it talks about self-talk messages and these phrases, they can offer encouragement, a helping hand, and can uplift your spirit when you need it most. That's exactly, it's a tool. It is a tool, and it is a very powerful tool. It is, call it a secret weapon, if you want to use the word weapon, but it is a secret, it's not even a secret. I'm telling you, it's not a secret, but most people don't know about it. If you ask someone, do you know about the language of self-talk, the language for the brain? Do you know what the language of the brain uses most? Latin, Spanish, French, Armenian. No, it is the language that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created, which is positive self-talk. And it is a language for the brain. And you hear it every single day. That's what he's talking about, that self-talk messages can offer encouragement, a helping hand, a guide. I say this a lot. It's like a guide. If you actually just listen or read these phrases, it's like, oh, that's how I do it. I set my goal. I look at them often. I write my obstacles down, and it tells you exactly the steps. It's a guide. And it's a guide to living positively and living a quality life. You can look at it however you want if it can help you. I'm going to give you, this next part is reading self-talk out loud. You'll also benefit from reading the self-talk scripts out loud When you read aloud, you're engaging more senses and increasing your brain activity. When you're reading self-talk out loud and focusing on the message you're reading, you'll increase retention. Reading self-talk in this way isn't required to get the benefit of practicing self-talk, but it will help. If you find reading aloud is not convenient, you may want privacy when you're reading out loud, or if you find it difficult to add to your schedule each day, just read the self-talk in a normal way, silently to yourself. The most important thing is to read and make it as convenient as possible so you'll have no reason not to stay with it. So, and I'll just finish this part here. Listening to self-talk, along with reading self-talk each day, you may also want to add listening to self-talk to your daily schedule. By itself, reading self-talk helps you see each day in a healthy way, and reading even one passage each morning and at night is a habit you should create. When you also listen to self-talk each day, it will help you rewire your brain in a stronger way, and it will do it faster. That's the thing. When you are listening to this, you are rewiring your brain faster and faster. We all want, we want it today. We want to change our brain today. We want to stop all that negative chatter. We want it now. That's what we have been programmed to want. And if you want, the fastest way to do that is through the self-talk language. I don't know any other way. I know you can journal for a long time. There are certain things that you can say and write and do, different ways that different neuroscientists and others that say it works. The journaling, the prompts, not affirmations, because affirmations, it's repetition. Remember, it's repeat, very importante. But it's the actual repeating of a habit, repeating until it becomes a habit, becomes part of your body, becomes part of your brain. It wires in. So it's really importante that if you want to get it done faster, that's the way. Because you can also meditate. You can do all kinds of stuff, but it's always about the repetition, doing it all the time. At least once a day, every single day, like something to that. It's just repetition. Positive self-talk was first written and recorded to be listened to. The first professionally recorded self-talk programs were introduced in 1981. The idea proved to be so helpful that many thousands of people now listen to 10 to 20-minute self-talk sessions every day on their phones or other listening devices. Recorded self-talk is different from the self-talk you find in this book. The recorded form of self-talk goes into greater detail. Yes, it does. It is more in-depth in specific subject areas that are important to you personally that you want to work on. In recorded self-talk, each self-talk phrase is also repeated 3 times, each time with different word emphasis and intonations that increase the strength of the message and help the brain wire it in faster and stronger. Recordings of subjects like self-talk for weight loss, personal relationships, health and fitness, job and career, finances, self-esteem, and even special self-talk for kids and young people. And give the listener in-depth self-talk programs that are designed to be listened to each day. When each self-talk is listened to frequently, usually each day for 2 or 3 weeks on each subject area you want to work on, the daily repetition of the self-talk causes the brain to rewire itself naturally and with the right programs that you choose. The more often your brain hears those same messages repeated, the stronger and faster they are wired in. You can listen to all of the recorded self-talk programs that are certified by the Self-Talk Institute. So, and that is always, I have the 30 days free in my the description. Okay, so now you have it. You know the more you hang around with the people that lift you, encourage you, their self-talk is positive. They're saying, I got goals, I have inspiration, I know what I want to do, and if I don't, I'll figure it out. If I don't know right now, and I'm excited about the future. I know, I can do absolutely anything, and they'd be telling you, and you can too. And do you need help? How can I support you? And they're there if you need help. And they're saying what can be done, not what can't be done. What can be done, not what can't be done. So these are the people you want to hang around with. Those mirror neurons, those are who you want to hang around with. You want to listen to their self-talk. Listen to the self-talk, your self-talk, and monitor and edit your self-talk. and change it from negative to positive. Yet listen to the people who's around you, your family, your friends, your children, your coworkers, anyone, people just sitting in the mall or in a restaurant. Listen to the self-talk. Listen to people and just listen and think, are these people, are they uplifting one another? Are they complaining? Are they trying to bring another one down? Are they creating separation because they're unhappy and they're talking about, who can't do this or they can't do that, or they're creating these resentment or anger or frustration or complaining or any of those things? Or are they uplifting each other, or they're speaking of their goals and their desires and their dreams and where they're going and what they can do and when they're going to do it, and their self-talk very concise, like, my goal is to, and whatever it is, my goal is to climb 3 14ers by the end of the summer, or by whatever, July or whatever, August 15th, which is the end of the summer, and feel amazing and really, and have my my legs be super strong and my breathing super strong. It's very specific to the brain. So this is, really pay attention to those that you are around, and these 3 secrets that we talked about, and about the repetition, about the making sure that you understand that the thoughts that you think and the words you say, that these are really critical. They're really critical to you for changing your brain and for finding success or failure in your life. So, and let me see that. Oh, and the second one is the 77% or more of your programs, of almost every single one of us, are negative, harmful, counterproductive, hold you back, they sabotage. So these are, and they're false. And only if you believe them, they're true. If you believe them to be true, that you're too shy, you're not good enough, you'll never have enough money, you'll never amount to much, you don't have any luck, you always, you never make it on time, you never remember names, like, these are all programs, and you can rewire your brain to change those programs. You can have success in every single area of your life. You were born with unlimited promise and potential, and then you got programmed. Collective sigh. And then say with me, and I can change that, do. And how? With the language of positive self-talk that Dr. Shad Helmstetter created. Always 30 days free in my description. In the description, always. Get it, download it today. What can you do in 30 days? 21 days to change a habit? You got 30. 21 days to change a habit. Start changing that habit of the negative self-talk to positive, and watch what unfolds for you. Not just for the new year, but for the new you, the absolutely new you. I love you so very, very much. You can do it. You can do absolutely anything. You can. I believe in you, and I know you can. So, yes, you are amazing. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it's helpful. As always, shining my light to brighten yours. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.